So what kind of tractor is that, Pat?
It is a 1939 2N with the Sherman 2-speed transmission, and it was 177th production.
And it was being sold for parts for scrap because the engine was locked up, and took you guys what?
About an hour, and we got it freed up and put all new gaskets back in the top end, and he's out there plowing with it.
So what kind of implement does Bobby have on the back there?
That is a 2-tier plow. What they mean by a 2-tier plow is it just turns up 2 rows at a time. And as you need to make sure that that is a level. See how when it goes in the ground, how it sets level? That's how you need to make sure you can't point up or down in any way. It needs to be level when you set it in. And when you do that, it'll turn that ground over just like that, so you can let it dry.
So yeah, it's way too early to plant where we live yet. So what's the purpose of the plowing he's doing now?
Well, the purpose of the plow now is you get all the fresh ground underneath, everything that all the roots and everything from last year is turned up. You can use as fertilizer. See, and then you let all that dry, and you either come back down and you put a disc on it, or you just put, if you got a tiller for a different tractor, you put a tiller on it, just come down and till it all up, and you've got all them minerals and fertilizer and everything from last year you just turned up.
And then if we get another frost after this, which is Ohio weather in April, so I'm sure we will.
It will not hurt it.
Okay, and what it might hurt though is the bugs.
The bugs, it might get to the bugs, but it ain't gonna hurt that ground that he's plowed none at all.
You hate to lose the good bugs that are beneficial for the garden, but those Japanese beetle larvae that I know are in there because they destroyed our broccoli last year, if we could get a hard frost after this and tilling up the larvae, because they don't go down as deep as what that plow was going, that'll at least help with Japanese beetle problem this year.
Yep. But he's been working on it now for probably, what, 10 minutes?
Probably.
The plow adjusted, and he's going right at it there. He's just turning the ground right over, getting it ready.
So do you only do this once before you till to plant, or do you do it again?
Some people does it once or twice, but you know, most of the time once is, if you're using a tiller on the back of another tractor, once is usually sufficient.
And how soon should you do this before you plant? Or how long before you plant?
Well, you got to let this dry real good, and when you let it dry real good, then you go back through and you disc it all down and till it back down.
Well, this will be much better than last year when that was so hard. We were taking the big Massey Ferguson over it, and then in some spots we had to push the rototiller, and that was more of a workout I've had since high school, pushing that rototiller through this hard ground. Well, it took about 5 passes to get anything done with it. The ground was so hard.
Well, once this goes through it, you ought to be able to just run that tiller just right around it. There shouldn't be a problem. But this is preparation for a garden, just, you know, getting your little garden ready for the summer. You know, this is part of doing that.
Nice big root, taking it up, getting the Johnson grass, which you can't pull because it comes back more, broken up before it can grow and take hold of the garden. And what is nice, so my husband's and I thinking about this, I see purslane, dandelion, some lamb's ear. I'm going to walk through these rows, and I'm going to go ahead and harvest some and dry it. And we might have some in a wild salad tonight with our dinner, but I'm going to dry a bunch of it so we can add it to our long-term food storage. Move out of the tractor road here. And they all have some healing medicinal properties as well. This old tractor has some brakes, so I get a little nervous watching him drive it. It's better than the tractor that has no brakes, so I think the bucket's the brake on it. So it's a beautiful old tractor he got for next to nothing. It was pretty rare because they didn't think it was going to work. You always want to look out for those bargains when you're homesteading. The more skills you have to fix stuff, the better deals you're going to get when you're looking at stuff that somebody else thinks is junk.